Now, I know we teased a lot of folks who were very interested in Always Learning Fool's question about Danny Vennis' thoughts on Sea Limited, ticker SE, and whether or not Danny thinks it can be another Mercado Libre. Danny, what do you say?
Well, I'm gonna do a throwback to yesterday. And in my interview with Federico Sandler, who is the investor relations officer at Mercado Libre, and I asked him a question in preparation for that interview last week. And I said, so, one of the things that we prize here at the Motley Fool is a management team, one that is engaged and one that's looking long term. And so if you had a management team that you admire, can you tell me who that is and why? And he didn't even blink, and he said Sea Limited. So that kind of made my ears perk up. And it turns out that the management team from Sea Limited had actually gone out and visited Mercado Libre's headquarters and had talked to them. And so this is a team that has met with Pedro and Federico and talked to some of the folks over there at Mercado Libre. And so I will say that I am a shareholder of Sea Limited. And I want to talk a little bit about what the company does, because it's not really a household name in the US, but that's a very different story in Southeast Asia. Sea Limited is tapping three of the hottest growth trends: e-commerce, digital payments, and gaming. And the C, SEA, in Sea Limited stands for Southeast Asia. So that's the region where they operate. Now, they started out as a mobile gaming platform, and they gained some acclaim for their hit game Free Fire. Now, this company was, this game, not only was it historically a very good game, but even in the most recent quarter, it continued its reign as the highest grossing mobile game in both Latin America and in Southeast Asia during the third quarter. The company has Shopee, which is its e-commerce platform, and it is the dominant e-commerce platform in Southeast Asia in terms of gross merchandise volume. Now, this is a region that serves 585 million consumers and 350 million internet users, and it crosses the borders of Indonesia, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore. So this is a big area. Now, this e-commerce platform ranks number one in both Taiwan and Southeast Asia in terms of app downloads, monthly active users, the amount of time spent on the app using Android. So there are a lot of metrics that say this is clearly the leader. Now, there's good news and there's bad news when it comes to the company's financials. Still early days. So in the third quarter, revenue grew by 99% year over year. And you think, well, that's fabulous. Well, guess what? It's net loss more than doubled as well. So you have a company that is, again, high growth, high risk, high reward. Now the stock has doubled over the last 6 months, and it's up more than 300% so far this year. But it's also its most recent to fill out the hat trick. The company is now doing its own payment system, SeaMoney, and it's also expanding that not only from a payment system but into an entire full-fledged digital wallet. So three hot trends there: e-commerce, digital payments, and gaming. The company is at the crossroads of all three. And I think if the company can grow to scale and get to profitability before it gets mired in debt and heavy net losses, I think this could be the next Mercado Libre. And that's something that Federico Sandler said yesterday from Mercado Libre. He said, if you look back at what Mercado Libre was doing 10 years ago, that's what Sea Limited looks like today.
I think Danny, you still alive over there? Didn't catch anything on fire, did you?
That was my fancy light that just dropped off of its suction cup and landed on my lap.
I saw the light change. I'm like, that wasn't a candle falling over, I hope. So, okay. All right. Well, that's thanks for that on Sea Limited. I'm a huge fan as well. And I think the reality too is that even as the company continues to spend money and burn through cash, because of the investor interest, I think they could easily do a secondary offering to raise cash with the stock near an all-time high. I don't think they're going to have any liquidity problems. I'm a huge, huge fan.